Hello Adam, thanks for submitting your videos to fixyourgame.com. This is PGA professional Brant Casbaum speaking. Overall, I really like your swing, but there are a couple things that we're going to work on or talk about today, and a couple drills that I'll give you that will help you to improve the ball striking as well as straighten out that ball flight. These quality of the videos that you sent in for this lesson are much better than the ones that we looked at last summer, so we're able to get a little more specific here into the instruction. From this angle, the first thing I want you to take a look at is the flex in the shaft of your driver. That looks pretty whippy to my eye, and I did look at each of the swings that were in this video. I think you had 3 or 4 swings in that from this angle, and each one of them had this amount of flex in the driver. So this isn't a camera trick. So I would recommend going and getting a custom fit for a new driver. You have a strong, athletic swing, so you probably need a shaft that's stiffer than average. And an overly whippy shaft does lead to a high hook ball flight. So you're adding loft and adding spin to the shots with an overly flexible shaft, and that does sacrifice distance. The main thing from this angle that I'm going to have you look at is I'm going to look at this, draw a line here between your two shoulders, and then draw it parallel so we get an idea what that angle is there. Let's see if I can get it parallel. And to compare it to this example video over on the right-hand side, this gentleman is yours truly here, and we can see exactly what that angle is. So you can see that your shoulders are not flat, but your back shoulder or your right shoulder is higher than it should be at the impact position. So that means that you're, from this angle and from what I can see and the down the line angle, you're not swinging over the top per se, but it's slightly over the top. It's not dramatic that you see in a lot of high handicap players that causes the big banana slices, but you are opening your shoulders a little too much as you get to the impact position and not swinging from the inside. This back shoulder or right shoulder and right elbow should stay, your right elbow, excuse me, should stay close to your hip as you swing through. As you can see here that I'm swinging from the inside out, or as if I was standing at home plate, I'm swinging towards right field and letting that club release through the ball. But that's the main thing I want you to look at from this angle, is the fact that your shoulders, or especially your back shoulder, is higher than it should be at the impact position. And what's causing that is a bit of an early release through impact and a bit of an outside-in swing path. Main thing that we're going to talk about is from the down the line angle, which we're going to show here. And we're going to talk about how your posture is changing and you're lifting and coming out of your posture as you swing through. Let me zoom in here a little bit so we can get a close-up of what's going on. And again, I'm going to draw some lines here so we get an idea of what's happening. And I'll get an example going here as well. Let me zoom in on this one also. So we're going to draw a line here that shows your spine angle from the address position, from the base of your neck down to your tailbone. That shows your spine angle. And we're going to show that at the address position. Then we're going to fast forward and show that at impact and see if that has changed. So that's a frame right at impact. So you can see that if I do the same drawing from the base of your neck down to your tailbone, you can see that your spine angle has changed quite a bit as you've gotten to impact. From the address position down to impact, your spine angle, you're coming up and out of your posture. And let's look at this as the comparison video at address and then at impact. You can see there's been no change in my spine angle at all. And this is what is going to be key to your consistent ball striking. This lifting up or coming out of your posture is a huge moving part and an added variable in the golf swing, and it's going to make your swing very dependent on timing as you hit the ball and accelerate through to your target, because what goes up must come down. And so if you're lifting up and out of your posture, you have to, one time you might come out of your posture this amount, the next time it might be a little more, next time it might be a little less. So each of that is going to be an added timing factor. It's just an added moving part into the swing, which is going to cause you a large degree of inconsistency. And because you're coming up and out of your posture, that means you have to do something to hit the ball, basically. If you were coming up and out and you didn't manipulate the club with your hands, you would probably swing right over top of the ball, or you would top it and let it and send it worm burning down the range. So what you're doing in order to compensate for this lift up move is you're releasing the club early. You can see here at impact, let me get another drawing tool here, you can see the bend in my back arm is that, and I'm swinging from the inside. You can see my left hand on top there at impact. I can still see the back of my glove on my left hand. You can see your left arm is nearly straight at impact, and you've already released your right wrist is almost rolled over on top of your left wrist. So that tells me that you're releasing the club early, which is not only it's causing some inconsistency, but it's also costing you distance because you're releasing it before you get to impact and not through impact and to your target. And again, if any of this doesn't make sense or if you need clarification, please email me, info@fixyourgame.com. And along with this, there's the written part of the lesson, which I attached some links to some YouTube videos where I demonstrate some drills that will help you, correct this. But the main thing here is you can see that you're this is caused, you've got a bit of an early release, and so I'd like to see you feel like that right elbow is staying close to your hip, especially as you start the downswing, and keep it there as you accelerate the club from the inside or towards right field, or if you're looking at a clock, you want to be swinging towards 1 or 2 o'clock instead of pulling across the ball and swinging towards 10 or 11 o'clock. So those are the main things from today that I want you to work on. Number one, you might want to go get your driver looked at, get custom fit for maybe a stiffer, firmer flex in your driver. You can get it reshafted or get a new club. Might be an excuse for you to go get a new driver, and I know we're always looking for new equipment. And then once we get into the swing, the main flaw I see here is that your spine angle is changing as you go from setup to impact. You're lifting and coming out of your posture, and that's causing you to release the club early in order to simply to make contact. And you do a very good job of it. You're a low handicap, strong player. So with repetition, I would guess that you've been doing this for quite a while, and you've built up the repetition and the memory so that you can consistently hit the ball. You do a very good job of it. So it's going to take a little time for you to change that, and you may struggle at first, but keep working at it. Again, if there's any questions, as always, please email me at info@fixyourgame.com. Thanks, Adam. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.